Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the regular Lackawanna City Council meeting for Monday, June 7th, 2021. Before we begin our usual caucus or discussion of the agenda items, I would ask all to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag,
the
United
States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sorry about that. Wow.
Thank you. Okay, moving directly to the agenda. Mr. City Clerk, Jeff DePasquale, any communications from citizens?
No, we didn't get any written communications. I did get a phone call, which we normally don't entertain. However, it came from Mr. Kwazneski of the Second Ward. He just wanted an update on the status of Center Street and Ridge Road paving projects.
Okay, thank you.
And what is the update?
Is there an update for the viewing public, Jeff?
Yeah,
That would come from the DPW.
so the update is, we're still in the design phase. Yeah, could you hear me?
He said it's still in the design.
No.
phase.
Could you hear me?
Tony, is there a target date
Everything's
for
frozen.
construction?
Yeah.
What is that date?
So right now, again, we're still in the design phase. We should be getting a bid package on both projects, hopefully by end of June, possibly mid-June.
Okay, so a potential starting date would be when? July?
Well, the bid on it, I know I really hate to give a date because I don't want to be held up to something, but we're open July, yes. On at least Center Street, yes.
Okay. All right, anyone have any other questions on that issue for the Commissioner of Public Works?
Now, you have to remember, excuse me,
Yes,
you have to remember, there's a lot of cogs in this operation here. We're working with the Water Authority, Sewer Authority, Verizon. So it's not like it's just us and we're able to just call a contractor in. These are two pretty major projects that we're doing. So just bear with us and we will get a date for you as soon as possible.
and it sounds like it's a well-coordinated effort, which is somewhat unique based on past experiences, correct?
Correct, it is. It is. Verizon's the toughest one to get coordinated. If you guys notice, there's markings in the road. Water and sewer already are doing their part. You're getting a lot of the little stuff out of the way. It's going to happen. Like I said, I hate to give a date and tell you, July 13th there'll be shovels in the ground. But with the bid package coming up and then going out to bid, making sure the numbers are right and choosing the contractor. So we're working, we're going steady. It's on track to have shovels in the ground summertime, midsummer.
Okay, I appreciate that. We know this, you can't have a definite starting date with so many loose ends at this point.
No, can I just jump in real quick here,
Excuse
Mr. Council
me.
President? I just want to say a
Just-
real quick thing. Tony, regarding Center Street, will the bid be on the next June council meeting? Because July and August, we go to one meeting of a month. So will we get it in before the next meeting or will it we have to call a special?
I doubt very much we'll get in on the next meeting. I'm looking at probably having a special meeting for it because even if we get it, say we get it a week early before your council meeting, I'd rather have a special meeting that week instead of waiting another full week for you guys to approve something. So
Yeah.
I don't see it happening this next meeting.
Okay. Sounds good.
But if it's okay with you guys, if something does.
And along those same lines, item number 9 of the agenda is a communication from Carolyn Nicometto, City Controller, regarding the transfer of $500,000 in funds that's directed towards that reconstruction effort. And it's my understanding that we front the money and are reimbursed at a later time. Is that correct, Tony?
That is correct. We need to start the process before I could start applying for CHIPS reimbursement. So once we get the first pay app and the actual first pay app, then I can submit that, and as our payments are made, we'll go to CHIPS and get reimbursed. But all the work that's done for the sewer authority, we bill that directly to them, and they pay us. So
Okay. All right, anyone
we
else?
don't pay out for water authority work. That's gonna be first.
All right, approval of minutes, and
I don't know if you guys are hearing me right. I'm having
yeah, it's very
everything's freezing up
difficult,
on me.
but because you're breaking up quite a bit. Approval of minutes and items 1 through 7 are administrative. Going to number 8, communication from Mayor I follow requesting resolutions designating South Park and Ridge Road as state highways. Isn't that something we do every year? And then it's up to the state to enact it, and they haven't acted on that yet?
We've been doing
That's
this
my
since,
understanding.
we've
Is
been
that
doing
correct?
this since Senator Stahowski was a senator.
I got a question. What is the benefit of it, having these state highways? We get funding because of that, or?
We would get additional funding for plowing, if they weren't gonna do it themselves, which we would prefer to do it ourselves because we're better than they are. But actually, when I was mayor, we were pushing for South Park, but that's because if you recall, I think it was 2012, 2013, that road was so bad, especially that winter, where people were literally driving in front of Rite Aid into the other lane just to go around those moon craters of potholes.
Yeah.
And so we were hoping that if the state can take over South Park, they would come in. Well, Senator Kennedy came through a bit with a big way and came up with the money for paving South Park and Ridge Road. So do we really still need it? No. But that was the reason why I was pushing for it. But again, Senator Stahowski he did this 15 years ago. And what I was told by former Speaker Tokaz is that the state is not interested in absorbing any more roads. They're more interested in shedding more roads. So they're not really interested in absorbing. So we'll go through the procedures, and the mayor will sign those incredibly long green sheets for, and send it to the stamp, and they rush it over to Albany, and then nothing happens. But regardless, it's a procedure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, next item is number 9. We already discussed that. Request from the city controller transfer $500,000 relative to the Center Street reconstruction. Anything further on that? If not, we'll move on to item number 10, relative to a communication from the fire chief and Chief Fino, who is asking for a modification of the Lackawanna Municipal Code relative to outdoor fire pits and amending it to include and allow for gas fire pits, propane. Any comments on that?
Mr. Council President, I'm not so sure that this legislation is necessary because section 119-32 of the charter tells you what you're allowed or what you can't burn, which includes brush, wood, lumber, paper products, plastic, tires, garbage, refuse, or other related items cause air pollution. It doesn't say you can't have a propane gas fireplace or a natural gas fireplace. I'm fairly sure a couple of members of the fire department already have propane fireplaces, and I don't think they're violating the law. So unless the city attorney wants to direct me in another section I missed, I don't know why would we create an exception for something that's already accepted or exceptional.
And the ice house has two or three propane heaters on their property for their outside patio. I would, my personal opinion, as long as it doesn't produce smoke, it shouldn't be a problem.
Rick, as far as the law department, you have a position on this? or do you need an opportunity to take a look at it?
Yeah, I need a second look at this. I saw what the fire commissioner was asking for initially, but now that Jeffrey is at, I'd like to review it again. Maybe we could do it before we get to it on the agenda. It shouldn't take me that long.
Not only that, but there's a second portion of that request from the fire chief. And that is to include city fire inspector or marshal as an enforcement officer. That may be separate and distinct from the initial request. So, all right, we'll ask you again, Rick, later on, once we come to that item in the regular meeting.
And if we can, since it's Chief Fino that's requesting that second part about the fire inspector being an enforcement officer, if he can give some clarification on that, I really wouldn't have a problem as long as we know what he's trying to do. Because they are trained in codes, just like our code enforcement officers are. So I would just like some clarification as to what he's trying to do, but I don't think I wouldn't have a problem with that one.
I think for that, he just wants to be able to issue a citation if there's a violation.
Okay.
That's correct.
Right, this might be
can help
best
out with-
referred to the law department.
I can help out in a second.
Are you in Tony's basement?
The fire marshal was denied access. Tony's basement, what's it like?
Oh, you're breaking
Can you
up.
hear me okay, Jeff?
Can't really understand what you're saying.
Okay, I'll let it go. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, the last part came in crystal clear.
Yeah.
Mr. Council President, can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so when we get to this section during the meeting under number 10 here, so we're going to basically state to direct us to the law department for an opinion regarding these proposals.
I think when we get to that, Mr. Judah requested an opportunity to revisit his opinion for this meeting, and if he can't, then maybe it's best if we refer it to the law department for an opinion on both of those items.
So Jeff, if you guys don't mind, I'll make a motion to table and forward to the fire.
There's no reason to table it. You're just asking to consider a change. It doesn't, there's no
ordinance to it. That's right. Sorry. We'll see if file and refer to the law department. Okay.
Okay. All right, moving on to item 11, request by our city clerk to approve Michael Vivolcic as an employee of the clerk's office. Any comments on that? He's been working here before until COVID.
I just don't know why we're having to vote on something that's, I mean, he's civil service and appointed by the department head.
You're voting on his commissioner of deed status. We do that for every.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. That was my fault. All right, item number 12. Request city council approval from city clerk for Kelly Mariano to be appointed 4-year term as bingo inspector. Anyone have any comments on that? And Mr. City Clerk, I referred another application. On my computer was an email from a young lady who asked to be considered to fill a vacancy. There's still a vacancy for another bingo inspector, correct?
There hasn't been an urgent need to fill it because bingo has come back so slowly from COVID, but we do want to have our bingo inspectors in place so that when bingo resumes, we're not scrambling for an inspector. So if we could come together on that, that would be good.
Okay, I referred that email to you. Maybe we can speak tomorrow. Hopefully you got it.
I did.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Full service. It's like a prison.
Sorry. All right. Communication number 13 from Director of Recreation regarding the use of playgrounds, Victory Center and Ridgewood Village. Director Laxo, anything you want to say by way of this request?
Yeah, briefly. Excuse me, I just had to step outside. My dogs decided to get vocal right before I had to talk. This is basically a continuation of programs that we've run for the past few years with Algonquin Sports. They bring us their Soccer for Success program. they're the ones responsible for making the connections that have made the U.S. soccer donation of the soccer facility possible. And we have a great working relationship with them. What is different here, I just wanted to point it out so everyone knew about it. We had a meeting in the mayor's office, myself, Director Wolf, and members of the police department. And Algonquin and the police department are really looking to try to make a difference in the community as far as connecting the young people of our community directly with the police officers that serve them. And I think it's really important that we foster that and nurture that and develop a level of trust, especially in this day and age. It couldn't be more vital for the members of the community and the police to get to know each other on a personal level. And I think it's a great idea all around. Hats off to the police department for stepping up and wanting to make this happen.
Good point. Any questions of Director Laxo? If not, then I'd like to take this time, Director Laxo, to express our, from the city council, our gratitude and appreciation for the efforts that you expended to put on one incredible Memorial Day ceremony at the Veterans Stadium. A very moving tribute to our deceased members of the armed services. I haven't, in all the years I've lived in Lackawanna, seen anything of that magnitude as impressive in more years than I care to remember. All the services were represented: Matthew Glad, Post 1477, Marine Corps League, Beth Toomey, John Weber, Post 898, American Legion, Post 63, the Ladies Auxiliary, a number of public figures, some of who spoke, our Lackawanna High School, members of the Lackawanna High School band. And so, Brian, we extend our extreme appreciation to you and to Chuck Clark for his efforts too in making this a first-rate presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone have any questions of Director Laxo on that, on his communication? Moving on to item number 14, a request from Andrea Kwazneski regarding the use of the senior center on Martin Road. And the date should be, I believe, July 1st of this year, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. for a barbecue fundraiser, which is to fund an account for the surviving children resulting from tragic domestic incident in the city a few years ago. A well intended fundraiser, and I think we should throw our support behind it. Anyone have any questions or comments on item number 14? Business registrations. Eric Ian, doing business as the Carpet Man, 671 Ridge Road. Anyone on that? And entertainment licenses from Jay's White Elephant, 1404 Ebbett Road, Class 1 live music and or mechanical reproduction. Anyone have any comments on that? If not, then I would like to call to order formally our Monday, June 7th, 2021, Lackawanna City Council meeting to order. To that end, Mr. City Clerk, would you call the roll?
Absolutely, Mr. Council President. Council Ingram,
Here.
Samansky,
Here.
Moretti,
Here.
Sirdike,
Here.
Morano,
Here.
Department Heads Law,
Here.
Development,
Here.
Public Works,
Here.
Public Safety,
Here.
Controller,
Here.
Recreation,
Here.
Public Information.
Here.
Hearings from citizens. We discussed one question that was at caucus regarding the update on Center Street and Ridge Road paving projects, which brings us to the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of May 17th, 2021.
Morano moves to adopt the minutes of the regular meeting of May 17th, 2021 as written.
Ingram second.
We have a motion by Morano, second by Ingram, to adopt the minutes of the regular meeting of May 17th, 2021 as written. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike,
Yes.
Morano,
Yes.
carried 5-0. Departmental reports 1 through 7.
Morano moves to receive and file departmental reports 1 through 7 inclusive.
Moretti second.
Motion by Morano, second by Moretti to receive and file departmental reports 1 through 7. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike,
Yes.
Morano,
Yes.
carried 5-0. Communications from the mayor, number 8. Mayor Iafallo requests City Council approve the attached resolution supporting a local law sponsored by New York State Senator Tim Kennedy and New York State Assemblyman Pat Burke, designating South Park Avenue and Ridge Road as state highways.
Morano moves to receive and file act on resolutions.
Second, Samansky.
Motion by Morano, second by Samansky to receive and file act on resolutions. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike. I didn't hear him. I don't know if he chimed in. And Morano?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, carried 5-0. The first resolution whereby the city council approves of and requests the enactment of New York State Senate Bill S 2927 and New York State Assembly Bill A 3668, designating Ridge Road as a state highway.
Morano moves to adopt resolution as written.
Second, Samansky.
Motion by Morano, second by Samansky to adopt resolution as written. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike,
Yes.
Morano.
Yes.
Carried 5-0. The other resolution whereby the city council approves of and requests the enactment of New York State Senate Bill S 2926 and New York State Assembly Bill A 3661, designating South Park Avenue as a state highway.
Morano moves to adopt resolution as written.
Moretti second.
Moretti.
They have a motion by Morano, second by Moretti to adopt resolution as written. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike,
Yes.
Morano.
Yes.
Carried 5-0. Communications from department division heads, number 9. City Controller requests City Council approve the attached ordinance to transfer funds for the Center Street paving project. These funds will be reimbursed to the general fund once the project is completed.
Morano moves to receive and file act on ordinance.
Ingram second.
Motion by Morano, second by Ingram to receive and file act on ordinance. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike,
Yes.
Morano.
Yes.
Carried 5-0. That ordinance amending the 2020-2021 budget ordinance adopted June 9, 2020 by increasing the budget code for street paving by $500,000, increasing the budget code for interfund transfers by $5,000, increasing the budget code for transfer to capital account by $500,000, and appropriate $500,000 of the city's fund balance. So all those figures are $500,000.
Motion to adopt ordinance is written.
Morano seconds.
Motion by Samansky, second by Morano to adopt ordinance is written. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike,
Yes.
Morano.
Yes.
Carried 5-0. Number 10, Fire Chief requests the City Council consider a change to City of Lackawanna Municipal Code Section 119-34 that would exempt outdoor gas fire pits fueled by propane gas only. In addition, amend Section 119-36 to include City Fire Inspector Marshal as an enforcement officer.
Make a
Before we
motion to receive
entertain
and file and refer to the law department.
Before we do that, Rick, is there anything further you want to add?
Yeah,
from
I think Jeff is right. The first part's not necessary because the statute prohibits certain activity. And by adding that, you don't need to add that into the exception because it's not a prohibited activity.
And the second part about,
Second wants to add the fire inspector, which I believe is Mr. Tojak.
Yeah. Bill Tojak.
Yeah, I think they want to give him the authority to issue citations.
He doesn't have it right now, guys.
Is Mr. Stanton, is your connection any better at this time? You're trying to give some explanation earlier, but we couldn't quite understand you.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have authorization, Jeff.
There's a secondary issue. The fire marshal was denied entry to a premises because that power was vested in the chief. And he also wanted to make sure it was extended to the fire marshal. They didn't have to go out to certain commercial properties. They were not allowing the fire marshal in. That was the site. I think that was part of the impetus.
Okay. Thanks, Rich.
You're welcome.
So how do you want to go about, you want to break this up into a two-part and have the first part where there's just no action regarding 11934 since no action is required, and then approve the second part for 11936, which would require an ordinance to change the code?
Well, I think we should just refer to the law department, and in the next meeting, we can have an ordinance to vote on.
All right, so we're going to need an ordinance regarding 11936.
Yes.
Okay, so I got a motion by Samansky. Do I have a second?
Morano,
Okay, so I've got a motion by Samansky, second by Morano to direct the law department for an opinion regarding these proposals and prepare an ordinance as necessary regarding section 119-36. Roll call, Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike, Morano.
yes.
Okay, carried. Number 11, city clerk, request city council approve Michael Bavalchik, an employee in the clerk's office, Commissioner of Deeds status for the city of Lackawanna, term to expire December 31st, 2022.
Morano moves to approve request.
Moretti second.
We have a motion by Morano, second by Moretti to approve request. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Second, Sirdike.
Sirdike, and Morano.
Yes.
Carried 5-0. Number 12. City clerk, request city council approve the appointment of Kelly Mariano, 59 East Milner Avenue, to a 4-year term as bingo inspector at $1,500 a year, term to expire December 31st, 2024.
Morano moves to approve request.
Ingram, second.
A motion by Mariano, second by him to approve request. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti.
Yes.
I think we heard from Sirdike, Mariano, or I'm sorry. Morano, you got me all flabbergasted here.
The answer is yes.
Okay, it carried. Number 13. Director of Recreation requests the city council approve the use of the following playgrounds for use by Algonquin Sports on the following Mondays: Victory Playground on the 28th of June, 19th of July, 9th of August, 30th of August, Center Franklin Playground on the 5th of July, 26th of July, 16th of August, and Ridgewood Village, 12th of July, 2nd and 23rd of August. Algonquin Sports will be providing
Yes.
proof of insurance through the end of 2021.
Morano moves to approve request pending proof of insurance.
Moretti second.
Yes.
And motion by Morano, second by Moretti to approve request pending proof of insurance. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike, Morano.
Yes.
Number 14, communications from citizens. Andrea Kwazneski, Chase and Macy Foundation request city council approval to host a Wiedner's Chicken Barbecue at the Senior Center on July 1st, 2021 from 4 to 7 p.m. This would be a drive-through event and it would follow all New York State COVID regulations. A copy of Widener's insurance certificate is attached.
Morano moves to approve request, refer to the law department, DPW commissioner, and public safety.
Second, Samansky.
Yes.
We have a motion by Morano, second by Samansky to approve request, refer to law department, DPW commissioner, and public safety. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike, Morano.
Yes.
Carried 5-0. Business registrations, Eric Eon doing business as the Carpet Man, which is carpet sales and installation, 671 Ridge Road.
Morano moves to approve business request.
Second, Samansky.
Motion by Morano, second by Samansky to approve business registration. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike, Morano.
Yes.
Carried. Entertainment licenses, Jay's White Elephant, 1404 Abbott Road, Class 1, live music and/or mechanical reproduction.
Morano moves to approve entertainment license.
Moretti second.
Motion by Morano, second by Moretti to approve entertainment license. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
On the question, if they get rid of their pork chops, I'm gonna have to vote no. but I'm told that they're keeping it, so I have to vote yes.
Okay, we'll make that part of the minutes.
Yes, thank you.
That's actually an excellent point.
It is. They're excellent pork chops.
It really is.
Moretti,
As a fat man, I concur.
Sirdike,
Yes.
Morano,
Yes.
carried 5-0 pending pork chops. All right, Mr. Council President.
Yes, sir. And gentlemen, or anyone have any items they wish to bring forward at this time, old business, tabled items? Anyone?
I don't have no old business, but I'd like to invite the council and all the citizens tomorrow at 8 o'clock at St. Anthony. We have people there that can help people who need help with their homes and stuff. I have Laura Jetnick from Low Country Development, Matt Fisher from Erie County Department of Environmental and Planning and Housing, and I have Ellen Sharif from the Weatherization. I have Mr. Thomas Kim, Director of the Community Action Organization. If people need help with insulation, windows, furnace, need repairs to their home or rental property, there's a lot of information that can help them. We have a lot of people, they need some help.
John, is that 8 a.m. or 8 p.m.?
6 p.m.
6 p.m.?
6 p.m. to 7:30 at St. Anthony.
St. Anthony's, okay.
All right. Thank you, Councilman Ingram.
Council President,
Yes, sir.
I believe there was a tabled item at the last meeting regarding the mini pitch program, the grant agreement through the U.S. Soccer Foundation. I've had an opportunity now to review the agreement and go over it with the recreation director. And I'm asking if somebody could remove that from the table and authorize the mayor to sign the memorandum of understanding.
So moved. Make a motion to pull off the table. Jeff, do you have this item?
I don't, because I wasn't forewarned this was coming, so I do not have it.
Okay. Well, we have a motion to pull something off the table.
Moreno, second.
Well, summer's here. We don't have much time for summer, so I guess we'll have to expedite this. And
Moving right along.
yes.
Okay, Mr. City Attorney, what item is that specifically?
That was the mini pitch program. There was a memorandum of understanding that was on the last month's agenda. And I'd ask the council authorize the mayor to sign the agreement.
Okay, you don't have what communication.
There will
that was
be,
by
there
the-
will be a formal agreement for passage once it's I guess approved by the foundation and then move forward. But for now, it's just a memorandum of understanding. And what did you ask
And
me,
there's
Jeff? If I have a
motion
copy
to
of
take
that?
it off the table.
No, I was just asking if there was, if we had a relative communication number from the last meeting, but I'll deal with that tomorrow. So what I've got then is a motion by Szymanski, second by Morano to remove from the table the mini pitch program that was tabled at the last council meeting and authorize the mayor to sign an MOU agreement pending a formal agreement.
Yes.
That's correct. Jeff.
Okay, so I need, we'll do the roll call on that then. Ingram,
Yes.
Szymanski,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike,
Yeah.
Morano.
Yes.
Okay, that carried 5-0.
Mr. Council President, I
Thank
do
you.
have someone, if there are no other motions or past items, new business, old business.
Well,
would like to adjourn in
before
a memory
we
of
get to
someone.
that, don't we have to vote on authorizing the mayor to sign the agreement?
I thought we just did.
Remove the
We
off the
did.
table?
We pulled
took
off the
the-
table with the intent of the mayor to sign the MOU at the request of the city attorney. So that's pulled off the table and she can, unless you want
And approve.
to, right.
Yeah,
unless you wanna-
it was a two-part process, Fred, just to, it was pull off the table and have the mayor agree to sign.
Very good. Thank you. Councilman?
Yes.
Nancy, You wanted to discuss another
Yeah,
matter?
the longtime city engineer who, I'm gonna tell you, when I was mayor, there were some situations that we didn't quite understand. Whether it's me and Mr. DeSantis, whether it was the mysterious second storm sewer underneath Center Street, or when we were putting in the playgrounds in 2012 and we were coming across some abandoned water lines we contacted Billy Egan Senior and asked for his information because we didn't have any records. And he, you know, he might have been 97, but when we were calling him, he was sharp as a tack, remembered. And he also never knew why that second line was there. He just pretty much said it was a FDR project, and, you know, why put in one storm sewer when you can put in two? They didn't make any sense. We're still battling that problem, but it was his knowledge and his information. I just found out yesterday that military veteran, city engineer, Billy Egan Sr. has passed away. And I would like to adjourn in his loving memory.
There's a mass for him Wednesday at OLV at 10:30.
Thanks, Dean. I didn't know that.
Yeah, on Wednesday, yes.
Our condolences to the Egan family. Thank you, Councilman Samansky and Moretti. Or anything
So
else?
I have a motion by Samansky on adjourning in Mr. Egan's memory. Do I have a second?
Morano,
Second.
At all, Jeff, I think it'd be best at all.
All of us.
ETAL.
Okay, so I've got a motion by Samansky, second by et al. To adjourn the meeting in memory of Mr. William Egan Sr. Ingram,
Yes.
Samansky,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike,
Yes.
Morano,
yes.
carried 5-0. All right, it's a wrap.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care.
Have a good evening.